and welcome to another Lawn Fawn video. Today we are so excited to be introducing our fireworks hot foil plates. These hot foil plates are so much fun, and the cool thing is they have coordinating dies that can cut them out, so you can hot foil them directly or cut them with the dies. And then we also have another hot foil plates. These are our Stitched Trails hot foil plates, and these also have coordinating dies, so you can foil them directly on your card or die cut them. So let's go ahead and check them out. We're going to start off here with the Stitched Trails hot foil plates, and we're going to take out our hot foil machine here, plug it in and turn it on. Wait till that green button says platform ready, and then we can add our different Stitched Trails plates to the platform. Then we're going to press that little button there, and that timer is going to flash green. With the movie magic here, we're going to fast forward about a minute until it's all solid, and once that light is solid green, we can go ahead and take our foil and place it face down. We can add a piece of cardstock, and then the machine comes with two plates that we're going to put over top. Then we can go ahead and take this whole thing off camera. We're going to run it through the die cut machine, and then we'll bring it back, and we're going to have these beautifully hot foiled little trails that are perfect for the paper airplane mice or bees or anything else that flies. I think it would look absolutely amazing with these, and I love all of the different styles. So there you can see how shimmery and beautiful they are. And then here you can see how the coordinating dies can cut them out. So we're going to line that up with our hot foiled image. We're going to hold it in place with some low tack tape, and then we're going to run that through the die cut machine, and now we'll have these beautiful, delicate little foil trails. So I love that you can put them directly on the card or also die cut them. It gives us so many different possibilities, and I love all of the different styles of these with the hearts and the loops and the different lengths. Make it really, really great for adding on to different kinds of cards. Next up, we're going to take a look at the fireworks hot foil plates, and we're going to be doing the same thing. And if you've never hot foiled before, make sure to check out our intro to hot foil video because it'll give you lots of tips and tricks. And we'll make sure to link it in the description below. So we're going to add our fireworks to the plate. We've got that timer button flashing. It's now solid green, so we can add our foil. And this time we're going to use this rainbow foil, which looks amazing with the fireworks. We're going to add our cardstock on top, and then the two shim plates there that come with the machine. Then off camera, we're going to run it through our die cut machine, the entire platform there. And then we can bring that back, and now you'll see we'll have these beautiful rainbowy fireworks. And we're going to be showing you two different techniques in this video with the fireworks that I'm really excited about. So there you can see, look how gorgeous they are. Oh my goodness. So for these ones, of course, you can foil them directly onto your project, or you can use the coordinating dies. So we're going to take those dies and we're going to line them up with our hot foil image. We'll hold it in place with some low tack tape, run it through the die cut machine, and then we'll have these beautiful die cut fireworks that are so shiny and so pretty. Now we're going to save these fireworks for a different project, but I wanted to show you how you can hot foil onto different colors of cardstock for lots of really, really cool looks. And we're going to be using black cardstock this time, and we're going to do this whole nighttime scene on this card that we're recreating by Audrey. So thank you so much, Audrey. So we'll repeat the same thing where we have our rainbow hot foil face down, but this time we're going to use some black licorice cardstock. Then we'll put the two plates there that come with the machine over top. We'll pop the whole platform off, and we're going to run it through our die cut machine off camera, and then we'll bring everything back, and you'll see these beautiful hot foiled fireworks, and there's something about seeing them on that black cardstock that makes them look just gorgeous. Now we're going to take the coordinating dies and we're going to line those up and hold it in place with some low tack tape, and we're going to die cut all of these fireworks. And then we're going to actually go back and hot foil a bunch more of these fireworks, and so that we have a ton for our card. There you can see them all. Oh my goodness, they're just so pretty. Now we need a night sky for these fireworks to be hanging out in. So we're going to take this stitched cloud backdrop and we're going to die cut some more black licorice cardstock. And then to give it just a little bit of extra something and so that those fireworks really pop, we're going to be using some Copic white here, or you could use white acrylic paint. This just happens to be what we have. And we're going to go ahead and just tap that paintbrush on the edge of a block to create little splatters all in the sky. And this is just going to make it look beautiful with those fireworks on top. We're going to take the giant hooray die and we're going to die cut some black licorice cardstock and some holographic cardstock. And we're going to be layering these over top of each other so that the holographic cardstock is peeking out from behind, making it feel just kind of 3D and really just three-dimensional. It's going to look so cool with the fireworks. So we'll do that with the whole word and then also for the dot of the exclamation point. So you'll see how that's starting to look right there. Now we're going to take that whole panel that we splattered ink on earlier, and we're going to go ahead and add that to a standard size card base that's 5.5 by 4.25. And then we're going to start laying out all of our fireworks. And you'll see that as we add the fireworks to this background, they start looking absolutely amazing. I love that there are 3 different sizes of fireworks so that you can really play around with how you group them together. And then as you die cut them from really any foil, but when you have this gradient foil, you end up getting different looks with the different parts of them depending on how they line up on the foil. So even though we've die cut the same firework, they feel different because they have different colors of that rainbow gradient on them. Next, we're going to be adding that giant hooray over top, and we're going to be using some foam strips on this so that it has a nice pop above those fireworks and doesn't just get lost in the background. And I love these foam strips for these words because you can kind of cut them in little tiny pieces and curve them around the O's and things like that and give yourself a nice pop onto the card. And you'll see that that height that the foam gives really helps that hooray just stand out. Then, of course, we'll add our little dot for the exclamation point. And then last but not least, we're going to add some little star decorations. And this is the Hearts and Stars skinny tag, and it has all of these cute little hearts and stars in different sizes so that you can create fun confetti for your cards. And we're going to die cut some more of that holographic cardstock, and we're going to layer some of these stars into the background. And I like this because 1, it just adds more beautiful shiny details, and then 2, it kind of ties into the holographic cardstock that we put behind the giant hooray. And I think this is so cute. I think this could be fun as like a graduation card, but it could also be a birthday card. It could just be an anytime card. I just think it's so fun and just a really cool way to celebrate someone and just make them smile with all of this beautiful sparkle on this card. So we're going to keep adding lots of these little stars. We might have some extra we can save for another card. And now this card is all done. It's so pretty and so fun. Hot foiling is just so much fun, and I love how incredible it looks on the card, and I love that we can die or cut those fireworks too. Next, we're going to create a card with the Stitch Trails hot foil plates. And we're going to be starting off here with some stripes and sprinkles paper. And this is the 12 by 12 paper. And I love this little dotted paper for backgrounds. It just looks so pretty. So we're going to layer that onto a standard size card. And then we're going to take out the foursquare backdrop in the portrait style, and we're going to die cut some white wood grain cardstock. And that's so that this really looks like a window, and that wood grain is going to feel like maybe you're inside your house and you're looking out at this cool scene. So we're going to be adding some foam strips to the back of this window to give it a nice pop off of the sky. And today we are recreating a card by Elena, so thank you so much, Elena, for this gorgeous card. Once we've created our window, now we need to start working on all of the cute elements for our scene. So we're going to take out Just Plain Awesome and the Just Plain Awesome sentiment trails, and we're also going to take out all the clouds, which is such a classic set because it has all the clouds, and we needed lots of different sizes of clouds for this scene. So we went ahead and stamped and colored and die cut these images, and we went with kind of like a pastel-y rainbow theme, coloring all of the different elements with the mice and the paper airplanes in rainbowy colors, which is going to look so beautiful and bright. So we're going to start adding some clouds into these little windows to help create the scene as if we're looking out through the window. And we're going to add the clouds flat, and then we're going to add our paper airplanes with a little pop just to give some fun dimension. I love the look of the images kind of overlapping parts of the windows too. I just think it looks so cool. We'll add this little guy who's throwing the paper airplane up in the air, which is always so sweet. And then, of course, we can layer some more clouds in to continue that theme. And then now we've got this little guy who's going to be kind of flying off the edge here. We'll have this little mouse who's holding on to the edge of the paper airplane. He always makes me giggle. And we're going to have him kind of overlapping between the two windows. Once again, I just think that looks so cool. It kind of brings all these little different scenes together. And then we have the little mouse who's been building all the paper airplanes. So we're going to give him little stacks of paper around him. And then, of course, there he is folding the paper. And we're going to do those in kind of a rainbow color scheme here so that it goes along with the different rainbowy looks that we have for the paper airplanes in the sky. Now, all of those trails that we hot foiled at the beginning of the video, we've saved them for this card, and we're going to be using different parts of them. And the cool thing about these trails is you can trim off edges of them to make them fit into your design. So in this case, we needed to trim a little bit off of this loopy-loo one so that we can layer it right behind that little paper airplane. And once you add these little foiled trails in, it just makes it feel so special. So we've got the same thing here with this guy. We're going to end up needing to trim off parts of this trail, but that's okay because I love that that way you can really customize how these trails fit in. So we're just going to add that on there, and then we can just trim off the little piece that kind of is going to overlap that frame, and then we can just tuck it right behind just like that. And now we'll have this great little frame there. We'll add a little bit of foil there to the back of the one that's about to be thrown, right? So it just has a little trail behind it. And then for this one, we're going to do something kind of cool. We're going to make it look like this whole foil trail is extending behind there, but we also wanted to make sure that we could layer it behind the mouse. If we had thought about it earlier, we could have added it on first and then layered the mouse over top, but it's okay because we can always kind of improvise here. So we're going to take this one, we're going to trim it off, and then of course, once again, trim it off at the frame and just tuck that underneath. And then we can take that other piece that we kind of cut off there, and then we can layer that behind and line them up. So you'll see we're going to line it up like that, and then we can just trim it off so that it's just going to layer right behind that one paper airplane. And I love that it's going to look like that trail is going between both of those little windows shapes. Our last step is to add the sentiment. So we're going to be using the Just Plain Awesome stamp set, and we're going to use the sentiment that says you're just plain awesome. So we're going to be stamping that out in some black licorice ink onto some white cardstock. And then what we're going to do is take a paper trimmer and we're just going to trim down around the sentiment, but we're going to leave the ends on either side long for now until we see exactly how it's going to look. And you'll see we're going to have that kind of right in between there. And so we're just going to take some scissors to just trim off so that there's just kind of a nice little border around the sentiment. I think this is going to look really, really nice. And it's just going to kind of add that sentiment right in the middle. And I think it's really pretty and kind of a unique way to add the sentiment. I usually add it at the very bottom, but I love that we have the little mouse who's folding the paper airplanes at the bottom. And now this card is all done, and you can see that beautiful sparkle and shine that come from those stitched trails. I think it's just so pretty, and it adds just the most special, beautiful element to this card. Now, next up, Shari is going to be doing some hot foiling directly onto her card to create a really cool night scene. So take it away, Shari.
So I am foiling these hot foil fireworks directly onto my card panel for my card. And I'm using my outside in stitch rectangle as a guide to place them inside that rectangle. And that is because that blue Jay Cardstock panel you see there, that is cut with that outside in stitch rectangle. And that is what I am going to be foiling on. So I'm just looking at this die, and I know because there's a grid on this glimmer mat where I need to place my cardstock. So I've gone and put that into the machine to heat up, and while that is heating up and getting ready, I'm going to trim down my glimmer hot foil to the correct size. I believe this is moondust. This is kind of an iridescent-y blue color, and I'm just trimming it so it's the same width as my cardstock, and I can see that grid. It's not going to go past that. And then I'm just lining this up with the grid. This has already gotten hot. That green light has turned solid green, so it's ready to go. And I can add my two mats to it, run it through my die cut machine, and now I have these perfectly foiled fireworks. I'm taking a piece of cilantro cardstock cut with that same outside in stitch rectangle, cutting a little simple hillside across the top, and I'm using some Lucky Clover Distress Oxide to kind of darken that up, because this is a little bit too bright for a nighttime scene with fireworks. Taking my gold metallic watercolors and adding some sparkles around. Those could be stars, those could be from the fireworks. And then Callie actually took some Distress Oxide on her card and added a little bit to the centers of the fireworks, and I liked the look of that. It kind of made them look bigger and fuller and kind of lit up the sky a little bit. And I just buffed off any extra ink with a paper towel. Now for my sentiment, instead of like a celebrate or 4th of July sentiment, I wanted to make this a birthday card. So I'm using my little critters from Upon a Star. They're already colored and cut out as a guide, and the sentiment stamps I'm using are from the Offset Sayings birthday stamp set. So it's going to say, "It's your day, wish big." And I'm just stamping that right along the bottom of this grassy hill that I created. You can see I'm stamping it really close to the bottom so that I have space above it to put those little critters. Now I can add my foiled panel to a card base. This is a vanilla malt cream colored card base, so I get that little cream colored frame around this dark colored cardstock. For the hill at the bottom, I'm adding that with some foam tape so it's popped up a little bit off that background. And I'm just lining that up with the bottom of that rectangle. And then I can do the same for my little critters. So I've got some foam squares across the top, and then I've added some liquid glue to their bottoms where they touch that green cardstock. So for these little guys, they just need one square on their head and a little bit of liquid glue along the bottom. And I just love these little critters looking up at the fireworks. I think they're so cute. I think this would also be really cute with the picnic basket and some critters having a picnic below the fireworks. Then I have some little die-cut stars. These were just already in my stash. These in the center of the fireworks, they're cut from some holographic cardstock, so they really have some shimmer. And I just thought that was a nice way to finish off the center of the fireworks. And then these are the tiniest star from the Hearts and Stars with Skinny Tag, and they're just cut from some gold glitter cardstock. And I'm just using them to kind of help fill in some of those negative spaces in the sky. And then here's my finished card. You can really see how those stars in the center shimmer with those foil fireworks.
I love this card so much, Shari. I love the nighttime feel and how you ink the center of the fireworks and how they're hot foiled directly onto the card. It's so cool. And next up, we have some incredible cards by the design team. And I love how Yanea took the awesome stitch trails and she foiled them directly onto her card to create this really adorable Just a Little Note card. This here by Callie is so pretty. I love how she added that inking between all of the different fireworks to really make them glow in the sky. This card by Mindy is so beautiful. I love those fluffy clouds that go from blue to green, and those hot foil trails make it feel so special. I love them so much. And then here is the card by Audrey that inspired us to make ours today, and I love those rainbow hot foil with the black fireworks on top of the black cardstock. It looks amazing. This card here by Elena is so cute, and it's the one that inspired us to make ours today. I love how she has those hot foil trails all around. And then here, Letitia did a really fun custom sentiment with the Henry Jr.'s ABCs, and I love those hot foiled fireworks. The fireworks are perfect for the Wheelie Great Day stamp set, which Mindy shows us here. I love her ink sky and this fun amusement park themed card. And then here, this card by Grace is amazing. I love how she added the stitch trails to some beautiful die-cut butterflies. I love that these trails can go with any critter that flies. It's so cute and so fun. And then here, this card by Elise is just adorable. I love the congrats with the fireworks. I think it's such a fun theme, and I love seeing them cut out of all the different colors of foil. And then this 4th of July card by Maureen is just so beautiful, and it goes so perfectly with summer that's coming up and these beautiful fireworks with that inking behind them. So we cannot wait to see all of your hot foil projects, so make sure to share them with us. Thank you so much for watching today, and I hope you have an absolutely amazing day. Bye!